Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Zach Martin at Litetronics. We will be getting started in just a minute, 2 minutes to 10 here. So we're going to start right at 10, just waiting for a few more people to trickle in. Thank you for your patience. All right, good morning, everyone. Again, this is Zach Martin. I'm the product manager at Litetronics. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to be getting started now. I know we're all dealing with our own unique challenges through this time, so we really appreciate you joining us today. Just because we're not able to get out and meet with everybody face-to-face doesn't mean we can't keep the conversation going. Our plan here at Litetronics is to develop a series of webinars that'll provide you a full update on our current products. We hope that this will better familiarize with Litetronics offerings, help you win future projects via quality products and quality service. I am sitting here with our CEO, Robert Sorensen, who will join us during our Q&A section to answer any questions you may have after the presentation.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for attending this. We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day. Have a great day, and we'll talk more.
Okay, if you have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to type them into your chat box, and then we can address them all at the end. And let's get started. So, for those of you not familiar with Litetronics, we've been in the business for just over 50 years. Much of our team here in Chicago and across the country has been in the lighting business for several years, some for several decades. And as the world of lighting has moved to LED, Litetronics was able to once again redefine its product offering to bring you the latest in energy-efficient, affordable lighting solutions. After all this time, our mission has remained the same. We bring customers and their customers simple yet innovative lighting solutions that maximize efficiency and deliver a great user experience. We've touched a lot of projects over the years, but here are some of the markets that we see repeated success from within our current product lines. Schools and universities, hospitals, healthcare facilities, big box retail chains, office buildings, municipalities, warehouses, also a lot of industrial facilities. Our products cover a variety of applications, from standard grid sealing applications to high ceiling warehouses, gyms, and industrial facilities. We also offer a range of solutions for more niche applications where extra durability is needed or safety protocol is a concern. Many of our products are compatible with our emergency battery backup that provide extra peace of mind, enabling critical light in times of power loss. We also offer a variety of mounting accessories geared towards achieving the best result for each situation. Now today, we're going to focus more on our grid sealing solutions, which includes both new fixtures as well as retrofit options, as you can see here. Now you may be asking yourself, when do you use a new fixture versus a retrofit? Well, basically, our retrofit products are best used when you have an existing fluorescent troffer that you want to convert to LED. Our fixtures are used in place of the troffer, often in new construction or new grid sealing installations. Ultimately, the answer involves careful examination of many factors, including budget, timeline, rebate eligibility, and so on. In some cases, with existing grid ceilings, you may not want to open the ceiling plenum and expose the space to possible dust or harmful contaminants. Because our retrofit solutions install into the existing troffer, the need to open the plenum is avoided entirely. First product we're going to cover here is our LED magnetic retrofit. So the magnetic retrofit is a direct replacement for fluorescent tubes and considered to be the quickest and easiest option for upgrading fluorescent troffers to LED. This lightweight two-piece kit can be installed in minutes and significantly reduce energy costs compared to fluorescent fixtures. It also delivers long-lasting, consistent light from fixture to fixture, improving the overall look of the space. The product comes in a range of sizes to accommodate various troffers and grid ceilings. This here is a 2x2, 3-tube configuration. It's also available in a 2x4, 2-tube configuration, which works well in all standard 2x4 troffers, as well as a 2x4, 3-tube configuration, which aesthetically works well in parabolic fixtures and delivers a bit higher light output than the 2-tube model. One of the most significant features on the magnetic retrofit ties into its ease of installation. As you can see, the product contains 4 rare earth magnets located at each corner. When installing the product, the unit is lifted into the existing metal troffer, then magnetically attaches and holds in place. For those of you that have retrofitted an existing troffer, I'm sure you understand the complications of working on a ladder and holding multiple pieces, or holding a product in place while you try to screw it in. This can be awkward at the least and slightly dangerous in other cases. Once the unit magnetically attaches to the troffer, the installer's hands are free to make alignment adjustments and secure the unit by screwing it into the troffer. The wiring process is also simplified with the use of the Luminaire Quick Connect. Incoming wires can be inserted into the Quick Connect, which can then be snapped together to connect the power. Here is a look at the 2x2 magnetic retrofit being installed into the troffer. Notice the Luminaire Quick Connect. An included junction box, also equipped with magnets, finishes the job by covering any wiring connections, resulting in a clean, final look. And here is a look at the kit fully installed. If your fixture is currently using a lens or cover, that can continue to be used with your new retrofit. Now, the magnetic retrofit comes in a variety of options, each geared to address certain budgets and needs of different applications. Next, we'll cover adjustable wattage, tri-level dimming, our high output model, as well as fixed wattage models. But first, our various models share some key features. These are all UL listed, they're damp location rated, they're all DLC premium, all show up on the DLC quality products list. They are 157 lumens per watt, rated at 100,000 hours, and are all backed by a 10-year warranty. With the adjustable wattage, also known as field adjustable light output, basically a range of lumen levels can be achieved through one unit. This reduces the number of stocking SKUs needed on hand. Within one unit, the installer can set the max light output or wattage that will best meet the end user's needs. Our 2x2 3-tube and 2x4 2-tube lumen levels range from 3,140 at 20 watts to 4,700 at 30 watts. On our 2x4 3-tube, lumen levels range from 3,600 lumens at 23 watts to 5,500 lumens at the highest setting. So basically, when this is installed, you can select what is best needed for your customer. Here is an overview of the components on our adjustable wattage models. You will notice the incoming power and dimming lines along with the magnets and magnetic junction box. But I want to point out two things here specifically. The wattage or light output is set using a simple slide switch located on the top side of the product on the driver. The switch can simply be pushed left or right to enable the high, medium, or low setting. The The unit also comes with a 12-volt DC accessory wire that can be used to accommodate add-on sensors and utilize increased energy-saving methods such as occupancy sensing. Our adjustable wattage model is also compatible with our emergency battery backup. The EBB will deliver critical battery power to the retrofit in times of power loss. When the power goes out, the EBB kicks into action and delivers up to 90 minutes of light, helping occupants navigate their way to safety. As you can see here, it is installed with a 2x2 troffer. The emergency battery backup is also equipped with magnets so that it can install right between the tubes there for a pretty clean look. The next big feature I'd like to cover is included in our tri-level dimming model. So this feature enables the user to cycle through 3 distinct light levels using only existing voltage and switch. This comes in handy in many older buildings that don't have dimming lines but want to achieve different levels of light. Basically, with a quick flick of a switch, you turn the power on initially and it powers up to 100%. But with a quick flick of the switch, off and then back on, the retrofit will step down to 66% power. Then with another quick flick, off and on, you'll step down to 33%. Repeating this again, off and on, will bring the light back to 100%. Also, if the light is off for any period of time, more than a second or two, it'll power back on to 100%. So this feature is currently available on our 2x4 3-tube model and enables a range of 5,495 lumens at the top, 35 watts, down to 1,885 lumens at 12 watts. So this has been a largely popular option for school upgrades, where teachers want to utilize various levels of light inside their classroom, but the existing structure or budget cannot accommodate full dimming. So with the quick flick of the switch, they can dim it down to 66%, to 33% to show video or whatever they have going on. Here is a quick overview of the tri-level product. You'll notice this looks nearly identical to the adjustable wattage model, but does not include the 0 to 10 volt dimming lines or accessory wire. Some future updates to this product do include compatibility with our EBB, which is not currently available. The next model I want to discuss is our high output option. This model is a lower cost option, more specifically priced to compete with TLEDs. It forgoes the adjustable wattage functionality, but does include tri-level dimming as an added feature. When you consider the cost of the product, reduced labor on installation, available rebates, long life, this model is your go-to alternative for TLEDs. It's currently available in a 2x4 2-tube configuration, but includes increased light output, similar to that of our 2x4 3-tube. For pricing on this or any other product, please contact your Litetronics sales rep. This product is also available in a 1x4 2-tube configuration for 1x4 troffers or wraps. As you can see, this unit is also equipped with rare earth magnets at each end, allowing it to snap and hold to the metal troffer or wrap for easy installation. It also includes a luminaire quick connect for easy wiring. As we look at an overview of how the product installs, you'll notice the included magnetic junction box and the luminaire quick connect. Once the power is connected to the retrofit cords, they can simply be plugged into the retrofit kit, power on one side and dimming on the other. This product is also available in a 1-tube configuration and can be used to retrofit existing strip or wrap fixtures. One big feature of the strip application is the product's connectability. Several units can be daisy-chained end-to-end or connected via cord to cover more space from one power source. So next, I want to move into our LED panel products, which include both new fixtures as well as retrofit options. These are very similar products, but applicable in different situations based on the needs of the space. Here, you're seeing the LED volumetric troffer as well as volumetric retrofit. And here you're seeing the LED light panel as well as the light panel retrofit. So first thing I want to cover is the difference in installation method between the fixture and the retrofit. Here you'll notice that the fixture installs into your standard grid. You also notice there is no fluorescent troffer in place here. The fixture is simply raised above the grid, then lowered down until it latches onto the grid rails. For models that include adjustable wattage, you can find the dip switch on the top outside of the driver. This can easily be set to the ideal output at the time of installation, but will be hidden from occupants to avoid any kind of tampering. Here we have a closer look at the grid clips located close to each corner to stabilize and support the fixture in the grid. And you can see how the fixture rests in the grid, as well as where the junction box is to access the wiring. Next, we're going to talk about installation of the retrofit options. So each size or model includes 3 major parts: the panel and the 2 mounting rails. Here I'm going to give you a quick look at the installation process. This video, as well as others, are available on our website, Litetronics.com. So, just to reiterate a few key points from the video, your first step is to insert each of the 2 mounting rails between the existing troffer and grid rails. The troffer will need to be raised slightly to insert the mounting rails, as you saw in the video. Once the mounting rails are set, the panel can be raised and mounted. The panel is mounted by matching up the hangers on the panel with the notches in the rail, as you can see here. Next, wiring will be connected using the Luminaire Quick Connect. Dimming and ground wires will be connected via wire nuts. Your next step will be to attach the included safety cables to the troffer for added security. And then once complete, the panel will swing up and fit flush within the ceiling grid. The locking hinges are then closed around the post on the second mounting rail, locking the fixture in place. And the result is a clean, modern final look. The rails are completely hidden from view. Next, across our fixture and retrofit panel options, we have a few key models and features to cover, including our range of smart products, as well as those with adjustable wattage and tri-level dimming. Again, these models share some key features. They are ETL listed, stamp location rated. They're all listed as DLC Premium, all deliver 125 lumens per watt, are rated at 100,000 hours, and backed by a 10-year warranty. So the first option you're seeing here is our smart volumetric troffer. Our smart models are equipped with a built-in PIR sensor and photocell, enabling occupancy sensing as well as daylight harvesting. The other big benefit of our smart products is their compatibility with our mobile app, LiteSMART. LiteSMART enables all the convenience and customization you'll need to set up and control your space. This includes group control. So basically, depending on how many fixtures you have in your space, say 50, you can basically group those all together into one group, name it what you want, and then you can control that group or make edits to any of the functionality as a group rather than going fixture by fixture. You have control over standard functionality like turning on and off and dimming. You also have access to settings around daylight harvesting, setting the sensitivity based on your preferences and the available light in your space. You also have access to change the settings around occupancy sensing. So say your fixtures are set to stay on 100% for 15 minutes after somebody's left the room. And then once they leave the room, or once 15 minutes passes, you want those fixtures to dim down to 40%, and you want that to stay for another 10 minutes before they completely shut off. You have access to change any of those settings within LiteSMART. You also have access to scene creation and selection. This works for different needs within a space, but basically, say you have a conference room and you're looking to do presentations, you can set up different scenes. Maybe one is that all fixtures are on to 100%. Maybe another is that they all dim down to 50. Maybe another you have for presentation mode, and you have maybe a light just over a podium lit up, and the other one's dimmed down. So you can create custom scenes within LiteSMART and then push them to your fixtures with just the touch of a button. You also have time scheduling. You can set the fixtures to come on at whatever time you'd like, as well as shut off. Maybe they come on 10 minutes before employees start arriving in the morning and shut off at a certain time at the end of the day, just to make sure everything is shut down. And the last thing I want to discuss is team management. So when the fixtures are set up through LiteSMART, whoever does the installation basically has access to this. But they can share access to those fixtures with their team or whoever they need as a backup, basically, so that they're not the only person with access to the fixtures. So the way this works, our smart products use Bluetooth low energy technology for a completely wireless connection to your smartphone or a remote switch, as well as other fixtures. BLE, Bluetooth low energy technology, is similar to Bluetooth. It just uses much less power. It's meant for applications that do not need to exchange large amounts of data, such as your smartphone does, and can therefore run on minimal power for longer at a cheaper cost. Each fixture operates as part of a Bluetooth mesh network, meaning the connection is many-to-many versus just point-to-point or one-to-one, such as your smartphone to a Bluetooth device. This allows two-way communication between all fixtures or nodes in the network, meaning the app speaks to the fixtures, but the fixtures also communicate with each other. For instance, in a situation where you're using occupancy sensing, when you come into the room and you have 50 fixtures, all 50 will power on when the first fixture detects you. They're not powering on individually as you come into the room. So I'm not going to dive too deep into LiteSMART now, but I do want to give you a brief look at some of the key screens. Basically, let's see. On this first screen here on the left, you're looking at the lights page. So this shows all recognized fixtures. It will show what's already been added to the app or anything new that needs to be added. The second screen is your fixture or group editing screen. You'll have access to this type of editing on individual fixtures or for an entire group of fixtures. You'll also access daylight harvesting and motion sensing from this screen. So you can access dimming here. You can dim down your entire group or an individual fixture. You can turn them on and off. You can also access the settings behind daylight harvesting and occupancy sensing from this screen. Next is the group page. So this page will display all of your different groups, and each can be uniquely named and controlled. This is also where the group editing will take place. You'll go into the group and do your editing there. The last screen is the scene creation. So this is where you'll be able to set up new scenes or switch between them. The next screens all relate to how the fixtures are managed. Basically, a QR code is generated as fixtures are added to the app, and this is accessed from the More page. Whoever manages the initial setup of the app and fixtures will have access to this QR code, but once setup is complete, the codes can be shared with additional personnel. And what we recommend is when you first set up the fixture that you save this QR code to your photo album in your phone. Might recommend that you email it to yourself or to your team or share it with your team right then, just basically because if you were to lose your phone or it were to break or something like that, you want to have a backup of this QR code so that you don't have to completely start from scratch and do the setup again. There's also two types of QR codes here. You'll see with the yellow circle is your admin and the green is guest. And basically the difference here is that with admin access, you have control over everything. You can add or remove fixtures. You have access to edit every piece of functionality within the app. With the guest access, it's a little bit more limited. They do have access to change some of the settings behind occupancy sensing and daylight harvesting and control the fixtures, but they can't do anything too destructive, like deleting fixtures from a group. So next, we will take a look at our remote switch. So this option is available for users that want to use daily control over select functionality, but may not need access to the full app. With this wireless Bluetooth switch, which can be wall mounted and replace your standard switch, or just store it in another convenient location, users of the space get access to limited functionality. They'll be able to run the group on and off, they'll be able to dim or brighten it, enable daylight harvesting, or switch between custom scenes. Keep in mind, custom scenes will need to be set up in LITESMART, then assigned to the individual switch. The switch can hold up to 3 preset scenes, which can be edited or changed at any time. We also have a second version of this switch available, which includes a built-in photocell. So this switch can be powered by ambient light generated by your fixtures in the space or by solar. It operates much the same as a calculator would. It also has a backup battery included in it for when light is not available. So similar to our magnetic retrofit, the LED panels, both the fixtures and the retrofits, are also available with adjustable wattage, adjustable light output. Each are capable of 5 distinct light levels. The 2x2 and 1x4 models can be set to lumen levels of 2,250 at 18 watts to 4,500 lumens at 36 watts. The important thing to notice about this is when applying for rebates, each wattage setting is listed individually with the DLC. So when you plan to use the product at a lower wattage, it could qualify with your local utility company at the lower wattage rather than the top or max wattage. Our 2x4 ranges from 3,125 lumens up to 6,250 lumens and ranges between 25 watts and 50 watts. Here is a look at the top side of the light panel retrofit. As you can see, the dip switch is located on the top outside of the driver. This can be set at the time of installation and then again is hidden to avoid any kind of tampering after installation. This is a look at the top side of the volumetric retrofit. And again, the dip switch is located on the outside of the driver. So similar to our magnetic retrofit, tri-level dimming is also available on these panel products. When the switch is turned on, the lights power up to 100%. When flicked off and on, step down to 66. And then flicked off and on again, power down to 33%. On our 2x2 models, this feature enables a lumen output range of 3,750 to 1,250, 30 watts down to 10 watts. On our 2x4 models, the range will cover 6,250 lumens down to 2,125 lumens, or 50 watts down to 17 watts. The next option I want to mention is new to our lineup. We are now able to offer our volumetric troffer with integrated air return vents. In applications where ceiling plenum is utilized as part of the HVAC system, air return vents need to be incorporated into the ceiling. So with this option, vents are built into the fixture, which eliminates the need for separate standalone vents in the ceiling grid. Not only does this reduce labor costs with the additional venting, but it also results in a cleaner look for your space. I also want to mention the upcoming launch of our LED light panel with integrated EBB. This product will have a built-in emergency battery backup, eliminating the need for an additional unit. In emergency situations where power is lost, the unit will deliver up to 90 minutes of emergency light. All right, so next we will step into our Q&A section. But first, I want to thank you all again for joining us. We appreciate not only your attendance, but your continued business and interest as we continue to evolve and refine our product offerings. Our goal is to bring you the best quality, high efficiency products while delivering the service you deserve and the support you need to serve your own customers. For further product information, the latest offerings, as well as support materials such as spec sheets, please visit us online at www.litetronics.com. You'll also find some useful tools on our website under the resources section, including our lighting design tool, payback calculator, and rebate finder. In addition, on the website, you can view product overview videos, installation videos. You can take a look at some case studies, blog posts. So let's jump into some questions. Let's see what you guys have. If you do have any questions, please go ahead and just enter them into your chat box, and we will kind of go through those. All right, let's see. Okay, on dimming, some areas of the country are going to 120 minutes required rather than 90 minutes for the EBB. So are we looking at increasing that time?
We already have 120 minutes in all of our EBB products. So it's already taken care of. We started with 120, we didn't do 90.
All right, let's see. Question about tri-level dimming. Is tri-level dimming only available in the 2x4? Will it be available in the 2x2? I assume we're talking about the magnetic retrofit right now. Is there a limit to how many fixtures you can use in tandem with this switching?
The limit for fixtures is based on the limit of fixtures you can have on the switch. So it's based on the wattage the maximum wattage you're using and the switch's rating, which I think most of them are 600 watts. And as far as what's the first part of the question? The first part is, will it be available in the 2x4 or in the 2x2 as well as the 2x4? Yeah, it is available on an MTO basis in 2x2, and if we see enough usage, it will become a standard stocking product. But at this time, it's available on an MTO basis. All right.
Let's see, another question. When will the smart volumetric troffer have the EBB? Timeline on that?
It's all been approved and in production, so we'll be giving you an update when they're going to land, but it'll be within the next 60 to 90 days. The other thing I think we should mention is that the panel in 2x2 and 2x4 and TROFFER 2x2 and 2x4 are all adjustable CCTs. So on an EBB, you do not need to stock different color temperatures. You'll have one panel that'll cover all color temperatures.
All right, next question on adjustable wattage. Can Litetronics disable any of the wattage settings before it leaves the warehouse?
Depending on the size order and if there's enough lead time, we can set the wattage that you want before it leaves the warehouse, but we prefer to only do that when it's absolutely required to get a rebate. And there could be an upcharge for it depending on the quantity.
All right, next question. When will the new air return and integrated EBB light panels launch?
Well, the air return is available now on an MTO basis, and the EBB panels will be launched. Do you know the launch date?
I believe that is towards the end of May. But we'll be sending out some information on that very soon because we have an upcoming webinar just around a couple newer products actually as well. Okay, is tri-level switch dimming operating on line voltage?
Yeah, yes.
Yep, that's right. Voltage, another question, the same thing. Are we covering any industrial lighting today? I'm assuming with just these panel products. Maybe we're talking about a higher voltage versus the standard 120 to 277 voltage, but.
Yeah, as far as industrial, this webinar was designed basically for ceiling grids and for those applications. We're going to have another another webinar coming out on high bays, which will be more industrial oriented.
Let's see, I have a question about grid ceilings. Will the retrofits work with narrow grid systems?
Yeah, we have a 9/16 grid adapter, which is being approved and will be in inventory at that point in time. You'll be able to use that trim kit. It's basically a two-part trim kit that you have to install to cover the gap when you use a 9/16 grid. Everything else stays the same. But currently what's in inventory is the 15/16 grid.
Okay, let's see. I have just another question about sort of our current situation and stocking issues. Let's see. Do we foresee any stocking issues related to the COVID-19 situation?
We have, due to the reduction in sales, have been delaying containers, but I would say that assuming the country recovers and the stay-at-home orders are lifted and things go back to normal, we should not have any. The ones that we had were from the extended Chinese New Year and COVID, but we're catching up on all that for the most part. The only area where we might still be a little bit behind is in high bays, but overall I think everything will be caught up by the middle of next month.
Yeah, and if you do have any specific questions around inventory, feel free to reach out to our sales reps or to customer service here at Litetronics, and they can kind of give you the latest on that. All right, using LITESMART, the smartphone app, can the user see a running total of the energy saved with the daylight harvesting feature?
It's currently not available in the app, but we are working on updating the app to include things like that. I can't give you a timeline at this point because everything's been kind of delayed as a result of the issues created around this virus.
All right, just one sort of follow-up question to the narrow grid. Wondering when the 9/16 adapter will be available. If we have any timeline on that.
I will reach out to your RSM and I'll get the answer for you by the end of this week.
All right. Yes, again, if you have any specific questions that weren't addressed here, definitely feel free to reach out to your Litetronics sales rep or give us a call here at customer service and we can kind of answer any questions for you. Looks like that's it for the questions. So again, thank you all very much for attending. Thank you for your time. We all hope to be back to normal very soon. If you have any other questions, please give us a call. Thank you. Have a good day.